to ask you today. Are you having fun? Answer. I want a louder answer. Are you having fun today?
Yeah!
Yes! We've learned so much about Korean culture. Now, what I want to do today is not focus on the cultural, not on the structure itself, but I want to focus on the audience as people. I want to get to know you, the audience, because I believe that culture only reverberates through you. I'm Parka, the beautiful young lady. I want to get to know you over there, the young man with the plaid shirt sitting next to that beautiful young lady with glasses. I want to get to know each and every one of you and make this cultural heritage, this national treasure of South Korea, Jongmyo, as personal to you as it is to me. Now, before I go on to introduce Jongmyo, which I think a lot of you actually know what it is. Before I get to introduce it, I want to answer a question that you're probably all asking. Why do I have to listen to this girl talk about Jongmyo? Who is she? Now, it says right here, I'm Park Ji-young from Korea University. That doesn't tell you anything. I told you I wanted to be more personal with you. That doesn't tell you anything either. So why do you have to listen to me talk about Jongmyo? Well, I'm going to answer that question because this cultural heritage, this national treasure, is very personal to me. Apparently not many of us. So even though we don't participate in ancestral rituals every day of our lives, we still know that they exist. For example, we know that there are ancient pyramids in ancient Egypt. We know that there are ancient sacrificial rituals in China. We know that there are ancient sacrificial rituals in China where they actually had funeral traditions in order to respect the dead. So what does South Korea, one of the oldest, one of the most revered East Asian cultures in the global society today, have to offer the traditions of ancestral rites? Well, first of all, South Korea does have a 600-year-old tradition called Jesa. Now this Jesa is what I was talking about earlier, where we set a table in front of our ancestor, perhaps a tombstone, perhaps just a picture of him, and we have food we can't eat and alcohol we can't drink, and we pay our respects to that dead ancestor. Now some of the foreigners here might think that's crazy. I mean, like, food exists to be eaten, alcohol exists to be drank. Why place it in front of someone who's dead? Well, it's because it's an important part of our culture. Jesa is a part of Korean Confucian culture. And Jesa states, and Confucius states, in the future. But I'm not here to talk to you about Jesa, the broad category of Jesa today. No, I'm here to talk to you about royalty. Paramount of royal ancestral rites and the structure of Jongmyo itself is beautiful. There are blood red pillars reaching up into the sky in an endless hallway of 19 rooms. Now, how about we imagine it in our heads since, okay, oh, it's right there. Okay, so does anybody know why this endless hallway is so long? Anybody care to venture a guess? No. Well, Jongmyo Yeongnyeongjeon was commissioned by King Taejong in the year 1394. And he wanted to honor his ancestors. And so he had every room, 19 rooms placed along the structure. And each of these rooms honor a different king, his queen, and an ancestral tablet that inscribed each of the king's deeds on it. So basically, and every time another king died, another room was added. So in short, Jongmyo Yeongnyeongjeon itself was like a growing ancestral family tree. A growing family tree, and it shows you how all these ancestors, how they're all connected, and how we grow and make history as we live on, and how it's not something that's stagnant. We've got to have some pizzazz, you know, we've got to have some celebration. So every year on May, in front of Jongmyo, there is a celebration called Jongmyo Jereak. Now this celebration is a performance of ancient court music, which has roots in the ancient Chinese dynasty and the ancient Koryo dynasty. There is also an accompanying dance, and if you go and see this performance, Korean dance, and you feel connected to Korean culture as a whole. To what I said earlier. I said I would give you an answer. I told you I would be personal with you, And I would tell you why I was qualified to talk to you about Jongmyo Yeongnyeonjeon, when frankly at like 19 years old, as like a chubby girl at 19 years old, I'm not nowhere near like a professional of this amazing cultural heritage. So why am I talking to you about this? And why are you listening to it? Well, a few months ago, I had some trouble at my house. Frankly, I'm a teenager. As we all grow up, we have trouble with our parents. Like, I want to move out of the house. I don't want to, like, stay attached to my parents forever. No, Jiang, no, you're a girl. You have to stay inside the house. Basically, that sort of thing. So I was sad, and I went to Jongmyo, and I was all alone. And I looked down an endless hallway of red pillars just shooting up into the sky. And I looked at each of the rooms just right next to me, and I felt connected to Korean culture, to my ancestors, and to the world as a whole. Jongmyo Yeongnyeonjeon, when you go to it,